Miami, treasured for its beaches, nightlife, and Art Deco, is also home to a mix of cultures and traditions. Driving around the city, one can quickly catch a glimpse of the vibrant variety of art expressions and even graffiti.
Graffiti is the writing or drawing on public or private places, including walls, bridges, and the side of buildings. There are two perspectives on graffiti: vandalism and an expression of art. In the city of Miami, any drawing on public areas is illegal, and those who choose to do so break the law and are considered vandals.
Well, I started off doing graffiti, probably when I was like 10 or something, like really young, and I used to see it like in the streets, and I never really knew kind of how to do it myself, but I would like look at it and then like draw it, and then the first time I did it, I was just being a hooligan, and I did it on a fire hydrant. I just like scribbled whatever because I didn't know what it was. I just kind of did it, and I got like a rush out of it. And so I guess the roots for me, and I'm sure it relates to like a lot of people, was more just kind of like expressing yourself and letting things like out, And I guess because it was in a way that kind of gave you like a thrill. Doing it made it more exciting. It made it like a game, So.
Have you ever been in trouble with the law because of graffiti?
No, I've never been in trouble with the law because I've always done it at night or places no one can see me.
Nobody knows this person is you, okay? But this is like every day you go to school, you're a kid, and I was David, you know what I mean? But I was like Bruce Wayne, you know what I mean? And then at night, my tag was Seth, so that was like my Batman, so I would become Batman, and I would, sneak out of my house like a little hooligan, and I would, and I would go and I would.
Right there in itself is it's a crime. It's actually a crime, and it's a violation.
How about in a negative way? How have you seen graffiti impact the community in a negative way?
Well, sometimes gangs use graffiti to mark their territory, and is often used as a threat to the community around them.
Individuals that graffiti also put their health at risk. The use of spray paint can cause short and long-term health effects. Spray painting can cause irritation to the upper respiratory system, burns to the skin and eyes, vomiting, headaches, dizziness, asthma, lung cancer, and even brain damage.
Cool. I guess what would separate graffiti, people that do graffiti, as far as the everyday person, is that the roots of graffiti is from a subculture, which is hip hop. And in that subculture, there's breakdancing, which is b-boying, there's DJing, and graffiti, and DJing. So those are the four like elements of hip hop. So within that subculture, there's a certain way that people would dress, but it's not, out of every subculture, you see an individual and it's a trend, like everybody looks like one another, as opposed to in the hip hop subculture, it was encouraged to be as original as you possibly can be. So if you looked just like the guy next to you, then it was lame, like it wasn't cool anymore, So I think that's what separates from the everyday person, is because there were, real graffiti writers are involved in that subculture, which is an artistic subculture.
I don't know. Graffiti is a form of expression. People, they express themselves in many different ways, and you see who the person is when they express themselves on a wall or whatever it is that they're drawing.
So the question is, what is graffiti to you?
Art.
Graffiti, art, like form of expression.
To me, graffiti is where you learn to express how you feel in your expression. Do you think that it's something that is a part of our culture, something like a separate culture?
It's definitely like a separate culture. Like it's part of our culture, but it's like an underground kind of thing. Like it's just illegal in most places, so it's kind of like a taboo.
Mainstream art hasn't accepted it yet. It's getting there. in art classes where they do graffiti.
The origin of graffiti in Miami as a form of art began at the Wynwood Walls. What was once a melting pot for Hispanics became a place of business and many industries. But when crime increased, the buildings were abandoned. Tony Goldman, the developer of Wynwood Walls, was an American artist and real estate visionary. He looked to transform this deteriorating area and encourage local and global artists to, as he said, add life to lifeless buildings.
Wynwood has even become the open canvas for people to draw and graffiti in broad daylight, allowing more women to be a part of the subculture. Wynwood Walls has helped graffiti be accepted as a form of art by mainstream culture and by the general public.